Hello everyone, Brook20,000 here, and welcome back to a different game than the normal Minecraft. This game is called FTL. A couple weeks back when I was sick, I was at home for 3 days for school. I got this game on the first day, and I played 16 hours of it in those 3 days. So you can tell, I sort of like this game. I'll be doing this won't be a ship, because I've unlocked all the ships. This won't be a ship-by-ship tutorial, let's say, but I'll just go... The title of the video will be Brick Plays, FTL, and then whatever the name of the ship is. This will just be the introduction. I won't actually go in depth. This will just be explaining FTL. But yeah, Kestrel Cruiser. This is the ship you start out with. And this is the type of ship you start out with. I'll put it on easy just for this play. Okay. So, in this playthrough, normally when I play I'm just like, skip cutscenes, skip cuts. Oh, they're not cutscenes. Let's just read it, and then we'll go on. I'm just moving my hands around so much trying to explain it. I normally do that. The data you carry is vital to... Oh yeah, FTL stands for faster than light. Slight thing you guys should know before I do that. It's only like $9 on Steam, I think, around that. But yeah. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. Tip. I know what the tips are. Actually, they sold for half the price of the purchase. Okay. So here, see how it says the number 1, then continue? You can either click continue or press the number 1. I normally do that. Okay, so this is your ship. I'll just go from top left that way, I think. So this is your hull. This is your health bar. The only way you can recharge it is by going to shops and purchasing more health bar slots for scrap. This is how much scrap you have. Scrap is useful for upgrades and the like. When your hull reaches 0, you die. I'll go into them a little bit later. Shields, this is... I'll do that. I need to work out what to do in combat. Okay. These are my systems down here. This S, see how on the ship the S lights up yellow? Some people will probably go, what are you talking about? Watch in a higher definition and you'll know. That's my shield system. See that shield surrounding? That's my shield. I'll show you more about that when we get into combat. Engines, this charges up your FTL drive, and it's what you need to jump from star to star, and when you get to the exit you can go to the next sector. This is your O2 bar. No, your O2 thing. This is probably the most important thing because all your characters use oxygen to breathe. This is my weapons. I'll go back to that a bit more in the weapons. That's my combat thing. I'll go into that when I combat. Security scanners. Level 1 means you can view your entire ship. Where is it? Yeah. Level 2, you can see the enemy interior ship, and level 3, you can see what the enemy are putting their power bars on. That's drones. I'll probably go into that. If I can buy drones, I'll go into that this playthrough. If not, I'll go into that next playthrough. Missiles, that's for combat. This is your fuel. You use 1 fuel each time you jump. If you run out of fuel, you have to wait until you can get into a battle scenario where you can get some fuel. So let's jump to this star. One moment. Settings. No, actually I won't do that. So let's jump to here. Okay, we're in a battle situation. Okay, an especially well-armed pirate ship approaches you. Hand over one of your crew members and the rest of you can go free unharmed. Number 1, draw straws and send a crew member over to the slavers. 2, we will never surrender to slavers. We will never surrender to slavers. Okay, so we are now in an attacking scenario. Music changed a little bit. Hopefully you guys can hear that. So these are my characters. I'm going to leave the top one in the cockpit. That means I just get a bit extra evade, so some of their shots might miss me. I'm going to move this guy to the shield system. He'll let my shields regen a bit faster. Set this guy's to the weapon system. That means my weapons will go up. My weapons will be a bit more accurate. I will enable my Artemis, which is the missile, and my burst laser. So, now this is where shields come into play. This gun he's got here, that's a really big laser, but when lasers hit a shield, one bar of shield will disappear and will recharge after a while. This weapon he's got here is a laser. If the lasers can't pierce shields, they won't damage shields at all, but if your shields are down, they'll absolutely destroy you. Oh yeah, there's a pause button, that's spacebar. You'll be using the spacebar as probably the biggest key ever in a game. Okay, so my guys are moving around the ship. These weapons just came up. So I'm going to turn auto fire on, because I like having it on. Okay, he just sent a big laser over. Oh, okay, I'm going to send my Artemis into his weapon system. So if I can take down his weapon, actually no, take it down into his shield system. With the good thing about missiles, they can go through shields. No matter how many shields your enemy has, the missiles just ignore it all and hit, but it won't take down any of his shields. So I'm going to send my Artemis to his shields. Hopefully that'll take it down, and then I'll send my burst laser, because that fires 3 lasers, and hopefully I can damage his weapon system, so we'll just be sitting there. Ooh. Yeah, my shield came up just in time to deflect that laser that he fired. And I took, see that number 2, that's how much damage I did to him. I took down 2 parts of his hull, and his shield system is now offline. See how it's red? He's going to have to fix that before he can do anything. And now I'm going to fire that at his weapon system, my burst laser. I'm going to depower my Artemis. Well, not depower, it'll charge up. And then, when I next need it, I'll pull it out. So, burst laser, pew pew. Okay, we surrender. Take one of our slaves as tribute. If you destroy us, they'll die anyway. So this is sort of like the options you get in FTL. You can accept their offer, which means you won't kill them, you won't have any more chance to kill them, and you won't get any scrap from destroying them or any good loot, but this means I'll get another person. And I kind of need one, because I'd like one just as someone that can go around and help fix stuff. So I'm going to accept their offer, and I got another person. So I'm going to send him down to my engine bay. See, I can't attack him anymore. We're not in a battle scenario anymore. This is the upgrades menu. It's not that complicated. There's cool bars everywhere. So, I'll just take you through all of it. Okay, this is our power bars. That's how many power bars we can store. At the moment, they're all empty. So I've got 2 powering my shields, 1 powering my engine, 1 my oxygen, 1 to my medbay, and 3 to my weapons. So, oh yeah, my engines are only half powered. So, with shields, we need to get, if you look over here as I highlight something, all the info will come up about it. So, you have to upgrade your shields twice and spend 2 power bars on it for the next layer of shields to come up. That would cost 50 scrap just to get them, and then I'll need 2 more power bars. So that'll be 90 scrap all up to upgrade my shields one. This is my engines. I don't really upgrade them that much. Oxygen at the rate that the oxygen will refill your ship. Weapon control, that's pretty big because... let's go... Accept. See down here, we've only got 3 bars there. If I got another weapon, and see there, Artemis requires 1 power, Burst Lab requires 2 power. If I got another weapon, I'll have to depower one of these to power it up, or I could just upgrade my weapon system and my reactor. This is my med bay, to upgrade my med bay, and see how everybody has a bar there? That's how much health they have. Over here, this is piloting. This is automatic evasion. Normally a pilot has to be in there for the ship to evade anything. Sensors, I've showed you that already, and better door system. I'll tell you more about the door system when something else invades me. Wait, let's just pause the game for a second. I can... Some of the cool things with doors, like, because my door system isn't, like, damaged or anything, I can open doors and close them at will. So, if there's any fires, I can just make them have no oxygen, which means they won't do anything. You can also press Z to open all the internal doors on the ship, and then another Z to open all the external. Sometimes this is good. If you've only got 3 crew members, you can shove them all into the med bay, and just close the doors around the med bay, so their health will keep recharging, and the whole other part of the ship will just be like flooded with no oxygen. So then everybody else on the ship will die, but I'll just close everything. So, oh, there's a store there. I'm not going to go to the store yet. I'm going to go down there and then to the store. Okay, your jump leads me to an unremarkable binary system. I'm going to jump there. It's good to have a lot of scrap before you go to a store. Okay, you detect an automated rebel scout attacking the small refueling outpost. Intervene and intervene to defend the outpost or avoid the conflict. I'm going to intervene. Detecting higher threat, they move to engage our ship. I don't really have anything to do at the moment. Everything's charging up all perfectly. In this case... Ooh, yeah, that took down one set of my shields. I'm actually going to turn auto fire off this. So I'm going to send an Artemis to their shield system, and then burst laser to their weapons. So now they can't fire back, and they're screwed. They can't fire back, and they've got no shields to shield them. So, burst laser will go pew pew pew, and it breaks apart. Yay! Okay, so I got 1 fuel, so that'll be an extra fuel up there. An extra drone part. I'll get more into drone parts when we actually have drones, and 13 more scrap. Continue. Oh, and also the outpost gives us some stuff because the rebel scouts were attacking it. Yay, free stuff. The reason why I didn't fire the Artemis is because every time you fire the Artemis, it uses up 1 missile. Okay. That warning, I'll show you the warning zone next time we jump, because it's got some special stuff to it. Okay. So, here, we can buy more fuel, which will let us do more jumps, more missiles, so we can fire more and more drone parts. Go into that later. I can fix all the damage we have. I'll do that now. Now, we can buy a human for 40 scrap, an Engi for 50 scrap. Engi are really good because their repair speed is doubled, but they're also really bad because their combat is halved in how hard they can hit. I can get a scrap recovery arm, which is 10% more scrap. An FTL jammer, which means that enemy ships can teleport away after a while. Or a repair arm that will repair our hull every time we collect scrap, but reduces the amount of scrap collected by 15%. I am going to get the scrap recovery arm because it's just an income multiplier, and I love income multipliers. And also, I'm going to get as much fuel as we can get, and another missile. Missiles go boom. Okay, this is the rebel fleet, I think. Are we the rebels? I'm not sure in this game if our ships are the rebels or they're the rebels, but every time we jump, where that warning thing goes to is how far they'll move forwards, and these are planets that they've already searched for, and as it says, very dangerous. So this one's over here. We have 1 scrap left. I will demand they surrender their goods. You prepare to secure their cargo by force. They don't want to fight, they're trying to escape. Okay. So, these guys have drones, that's this thing. These will shoot down any missiles I fire at it, which is a bad thing, so I'm just going to set my burst laser to their command seat, because the command seat is where they'll, they need to charge their FTL. So this is all I can do. I'm going to swap them around. The thing with the guns is that with the power, if any systems get damaged, like just say one system takes 1 damage, you won't be able to use the top bar until some of your crew member have fixed it. So if I arrange it in this order, it means if one of the power bars go first, I won't be able to use the armors, but the burst laser will still be available. So yeah. So I'm going to go... Come on. Pew pew pew. Ooh. Okay, I know he can't do any damage to me, because his laser will only fire 1 shot, and all that'll do is take out one of my shields. So, up there it says enemy FTL has been delayed, so now I'm going to fire at their drone system to make that drone stop being a pain, so that means I can start firing missiles. Okay, see, their drone's not doing anything yet. And now I'm going to send a missile into their shield system, because that means next time I use my burst laser, it can go pew pew pew, and they will die. They should. I only have to... If I miss more than 1 hit, this will be very bad. Oh, their FTL's charging. Pew. Oh, okay, they all did. Their hull system got taken out. You detect faint life signatures from an intact piece of hull. They were transporting prisoners, and the sole survivor offers to join your crew as a first step to get his path for revenge. Okay, I got an Engi. That is good. I'm going to send him over here, because that just means he can go around, and if there's any systems that get damaged, he can go and help. So, distress signal or store. With distress signals, it could mean someone's in distress, or every now and again there's pirates that are just transmitting a fake broadcast, and like you're guaranteed to get something out of distress signal. You find a small number of ships fleeing from a small space station. You hail them asking what's wrong. Help, we've been overrun by some sort of giant alien spiders. So here's where some of the really cool options come in. I can send my crew in to help them, and I could get rewarded by scrap if my crew kill all those giant space spiders, but I could lose some of my crew members if they die. I'm going to send them all in. Okay. Okay, so we were in control for the whole thing, and none of our crew members died. I am playing on easy, that's probably why it happened. So let's jump to the store, see if they have any good loot. Oh, drone controller, I want. I'm not going to be able to get it though. Okay, Nift. This is a nebula. The thing with nebulas... Oh, they're powering up their FTL drive. Okay, the thing is with nebulas, what they do is they make your senses go all weird, and a crew member has to be in a room for you to know what's happening in that room. There's also some nebulas that there's an ion storm or something going on in it, and you only get half the amount of reactor bars that you have. Those fights are a really big pain, which is why I like avoiding that sort of stuff. Okay, so he's got an ion blast and a missile. That missile's just going to ignore my shields. What ion blast is, whenever it hits a system, the system gets shut down for a little bit, which is a pain. So that will hit my shields. See, that's gonna have to go through. Okay, the missile just hit that bit. Okay, now my turn. I'm going to send my Artemis into the weapons, and my burst laser into the cockpit. Okay, so both their weapons got taken down, and their other thing got taken down. What's it called? It's whatchamacall got taken. Their FTL got taken down. So I'm just going to send my burst laser into their shields. See, it took... My laser fired 3 times, it took 1 hit for the laser to pierce the shields, and it had and the other ship had 3 hull. Oh, yeah, I don't have auto fire on. I need to remember to turn that on. Hit, hit, hit. I love that noise. It goes pew, 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 and then it's boof, boof, boof. Okay, go to the exit. The exit beacon. Yay, okay. Black Market Hub. These are dangerous times. 5 stuff. Okay, I can sell 5 missiles for 15 scrap. I can sell 10 missiles and I'll get 30 scrap. I can sell 15 missiles for 45 scrap. Or I can just ignore them. I need all the missiles I have, so I am going to ignore them. Jump to the next sector. Okay, this is the sector screen. Blue sectors means it's a nebula, which means there's going to be a lot of nebula in it, which means it's going to be a pain. Red sectors are hostile, there's mostly a fight going on in there, which is always really fun. And the green ones are civilian sectors, it means there's not going to be that much fighting. So, my plan is to go there, and then 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 there. But I'm gonna just leave it at that for this episode. This will probably be a sector by sector run. Hopefully it'll be uploaded daily, because I'm not sure how long this has been going for, because I don't have a timer anywhere. Look how smart I am. But yeah, thanks for watching. There might be a video up soon explaining why I didn't have any videos up for a while. Something interesting happened. I had no videos up for, I think, was it a month? And I gained subscribers. There's YouTube logic for you. But, from my crew members, and from me, I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Did I hit the button? I think so.